Wow. Heck yeah, man. Heck yeah. Cheers. Yeah, man, I got a phone call, you know. School hours, man. School hours. What's up, Dougie Doug? What's up, Hobo? School hours, man. I got a phone call. It was basically like, we need to talk to your wife. She's picking, what do you call it? She's picking fucking weeds and stuff in her mother's backyard in Pennsylvania, you know? And we told them that she was going, you know? And they need to talk to her. They need to talk to her. They need to talk to her. Oh, what about me? You know? Oh, no. We need to talk to her. Can we call her mom's house? I was like, no. Okay. So that was what the phone call was about. I put them back into contact. Yo, Hershey. I'm doing great. Thank you, Hershey. Doug, Hobo, Hershey, welcome in, man. Sorry. Silly phone calls, Hobo. Bunch of morons. Killed by the car. Hi, y'all. I think, Pinky's like, oh, I'm a bong user. You're a doob smoker. And I'm like, yeah, because I have a lot of weed. That's why I roll all day, you know, but I started hitting the bong sort of that night or whatever. And so yesterday, I was so stoned. And then Off Grid was like, why was it better last night? I know you use a little pipe, use a little mushroom shaped one. I see that. Yeah, it's nice. But yeah, Off Grid was like, why was that better? And I was like, I don't know. Yesterday, you know, I was like, I don't know, but I've been hitting that bong. I was totally stoned. Good paper plane. Yup. Yo, Larry, man, it was school, you know, and they were being silly. They're like, I need to talk to you, not you, but your wife. And I'm like, she's at her mom's house, like picking weeds in the backyard in Pennsylvania, you know? What a bunch of shit. We told them that, you know, but they flip out. Can I call them? Everybody lost their wrench, Hershey. There's only a couple people who have them now for particular reasons. Yeah, I just had to do that because something was going on in the background, and I'll have to stick to it for right now, Hershey. I will. So, literally, Larry, everybody check out Larry and watch him play, man. He's got his. Share your channel, Larry. You can do that with that mod. And Off Grid's got his, you know, for his reason, and Ever's got his for his reason, and that's it right now. It's no slight. It's no slight, Hershey. Trust me on that. You know, you can't win, because when you get good mods want to decide which one's the better mod, so they start fighting. When you got no mods, everybody wonders. When you got all mods, nobody wants to come in from anywhere else. So, yeah. My thing is, I used to give mods recently for protection. I was giving them protection from other mods, and I was like, this is ludicrous. If I got mods that I can't trust not to kick out other people and I have to give them armor, something is out of whack here, and I need to take a step back. And I kind of significantly stopped drinking for like 3 days, and I thought of a lot of things a lot clearer that I hadn't been seeing, because I've been purposely stifling myself and avoiding the middle. It's Vincenzo! Necrot is Vincenzo, man. That's Vincent, dude. You don't block unless you have to. Please, Larry, in my channel, if I ask you to time somebody out, time them out. Otherwise, don't, you know. Otherwise, I mean, like, I'll take the mod, and it isn't a slight to you either. You know, I'm going to take the mod, but it's not a slight to you either. It's just because, you know, nobody has it. Like, I got 2 of them. You know what I mean? So, yeah, I'll ask if I want somebody to, like, time out somebody. But that's basically the worst. Minnie thought he got banned yesterday. He got timed out for 30 minutes. He could have come back, but you know. I'm a great person and I'm just trying to do whatever. You know, everybody looks good in blue, but I just can't help it. I got my man Vincent in the house, man. I hope Vincent comes up and shares some of his tribulations from recent work, because he's been held, you know, he's been handed a heavy load, you know, as far as work. And hopefully he'll come up and share some stories with us for the past couple of years. You have to watch. Yeah, it ain't right when you have to watch them, you know? Wreck shit? I don't know, man. Vincent, right, Necrot? Vincenzo de Balde. Vincenzo de Balde. Cheers, brother. You've been lucky? Yeah, I've been unlucky in everything I ever try there, brother. What's up, Space Monkey? How goes it? You had the deliberate moderators for moderators enjoy. Yeah. Dude, yeah, I know. Isn't that something? Like the sniper ones, you know, that are just waiting, itching. Oh, you're not that one then. Oh, I'm sorry, Necrot. Oh, shoot. I'm sorry that I crossed you, because when I asked you, are you Scott? And you said Vincent. I said, no, you're Vince Matthews. Right on, right on. Well, I hope you like this, Vince Matthews. I got some Gut Rot merch, you know what I mean? I got you now, bro. I thought you were Vince, the other Vincenzo that I know that needs to come up. He's been working as basically like some sort of transit cop, but on the border down there, you know? And difficult things have come up in the past 2 years, Nick Croft. I didn't know you changed your name, Vince Matthews. I did know you changed your name, but I forgot, Vincenzo. I'm sorry. Well, you know how I deal with it, Joe. I make everyone a standing mod and have a couple of managers who, yeah, I hear you, yeah. I hear you. But I don't want any managers, you know. Oh, Monkey's in? I don't see Monkey because I think he has me blocked. I don't have him blocked. I don't know. I don't have a block list. Maybe I need to do something with my chat here. Hold on. Let's go back to all again and see if I can see that. But cheers, Monkey Man. I mean, you know, I got nothing against you, bro. I try to support you as much as I could. Oh, Space Monkey. There you go. I thought it was other Monkey. Again, man, I'll get lost in the admin here. Well, anybody who knows, I got a little bit of static for about a few hours or whatever, but we got all this together. So Minnie's got his buttons, and they're coming to him, and he paid for them ahead. He didn't have to. I was sending them as consignment, but he paid ahead. So everything is straight over there. Everything's straight. Having some lunch. Oh, okay. Muff Diving Man is Vince Matthews. Yeah, I knew that. Now it's Necrox. Okay. Well, look, this is my second blessed shirt because they, you know, when they fucked it all up, I canceled everything. But Gutrod, he got paid for the ones I canceled, and it looks like they're going to send them to me because this was a reprint. So, hell yeah, I'll have some gut merch, dude. Me and my wife, you know. You have to get to the kittens? Heck yeah. Take care of those kittens. So yeah, Hershey, as long as the last address that you sent me is up to date, I'm mailing it out tomorrow. I'm just mailing out a couple of books. It's celebrating my birthday by mailing out those books. You know what I mean? So I'm celebrating. You check them out, you pass them on, you do whatever you want, you know. But they're gifts from me and hopefully gifts to the future. Read them and pass them on. That'd be the way. Cheers. So I got it now, Vince. I got it now, Necro. I'm going to call you Necro. Cheers, y'all. Okay, cool. Yeah, it's all appropriate for inboxing. I mean, I could just show it to you now, but you know. that's funny. Okay, I'll show you what's funny. There was a couple of letters back and forth to my wife in them. I'll show you that. I'm not going to read them because you know what? I would never read that again in my life because it was that time. I'll have to leave it where it was. But I know they're in one of these books. Hold up. Okay, so this was in one of the books. There's 3 different books, and they're for different reasons. I put that in a card to you. You can read it during the unboxing. But I'll show you this. So what was in one of those books was, it was a letter from me to my wife. No, I did not read it. But, you know, if I wrote a letter to my wife, it must have been a time of conflict where I had to express myself by word and not live. Well, I guess this is what she wrote to me back. So hers is a 3-page, and she didn't do this but a couple times in life. She's not a back writer. She doesn't write back. So the fact that she wrote me back this time is probably a 1 of 3 situation, you know, and it was also a few pages. So whatever you find in here might be really cool, might be really interesting. Anyways, it goes back there and it goes out in the mail tomorrow. I'll never look at it, you know, I don't need to. I was there and I'm not there anymore. Hershey's covering her screen. Yeah. I'm not spoiling the surprise. I was showing you there are letter back and forth from my wife. It must have been a conflict time. But, you know, I mean, it's probably going to be really neat, whatever she wrote back, I guess. You know, I guess. I won't look at it. It's not my reality, whatever that was. And I know what the thing is, you know, the story that I need to leave behind and all that. Yeah, that's a special, you know, that's a special privilege, right? Getting to look into somebody's back and forth conflict letters. But I don't even know. It was just in the book. So I said, for integrity, I'm just going to send it, man. It belongs in the book. You know, if I died and they put the book in the thrift store, it would have been in there and it would have went to a random, you know. Now it goes to you. And it might tell you something. It might tell you something that you need to tell me by having both of our voices. Even though it was so long ago, isn't it still relevant? We're the same people. Were you comparing me to Gomez Adams? They just let him get away with his eccentricity. Oh, Gomez. Were you comparing me to Gomez Adams? That's so true, man. But she always denies him, you know? Cara mia. Oh, Gomez. How true. That's funny though. Gomez Adams, I like that. I think that's pretty accurate with my family, with the Adams around, you know. You will forever challenge yourself with the gift and trust. There you go. Just feed it. You guys knew what they were saying, and oh yeah. May 5th? Right on, bro. Right on, bro. I can't wait, Space Monkey, man. Yo, man, Poppy Carl, man, he brought the fruit goods, you know, he brought the mushy, the psilocybin, and he said he's going to do it again in a couple weeks. I said, I thought you hated your experience, and he was like, you know. I said, hey, don't leave me out. If you're going to send it to me first, send it to me twice. I need a bigger hit, man. I need more. My tolerance is too much now, man. 5.6. Hey, man, you know, I'm going to send you 3 books from 3 different periods for 3 different reasons. But the reason I'm doing it is for my birthday. My birthday, there's a lot of people that share my birthday, and one of them is Beverly Cleary. And her mission was literacy, and so we had Beverly Cleary programs in school and stuff like that. And she's a female, and these three books, they're from different periods of my life, but they're written by females and they have female energy, and I want to send them to a female, and then as a gift, and you pass them on to some more females, because the other side of it is the male energy side. And I was going to send that to Cosmic, but he said no. And I said, I get it. I said, I'm not going to send it to you then. I get it. So that'll be reserved for somebody else. That'll be reserved for somebody else. I most love the fact that I'm share a birthday with Tiny Tim, the musician and archivist. He played music from, this song is from 1902. And, I love what he did, So, and your birthday's in May. Oh boy, here it comes. Here it comes. It's a birthday present that you didn't know. Yeah, I know, but I have to do it with me. What energy is Ever? Ever is, wow, that's funny, because Pinky was talking about the persona of David Bowie that she has on and whatever, and I said, his Doug was talking about him too, and his size, and I said waif size. So you're not waif size, Ever. Not that everybody knows that, because you don't have your camera up yet. You're not waif size, but you got waif energy. That's what energy you got, waif. That's a ladies and maybes type of energy. You're immovable. You're immovable. When you really do the work, for lack of a better word, you need both energies. You need a strong presence of both energies, in my opinion. I already told you what I think, Ever. I said if you have like a musician character in your witch house, I think he should dress blue, like as in blue skin, and be ladyboy, so that he's godly and ladyboy. Just my opinion. I've had femme characters in my background. King and Poe or a few others. Helen Keller, interesting enough, yeah. So yeah, you have that waif energy, man. It's very like it's called, well, it's not Middlesex, but our singer one time, he was thinking to make his band Middlesex to be a little bit because Middlesex is just a location. But he was going to do that to be a little bit controversial with his perception in the world, That was symbol. Yeah, you have waif energy. You're not waif sized, though. So it mismatches. You have a mismatch of energy, man. You have to create a character out of that difference. You probably don't have it. You don't have it fully reined in yet, I don't think. Yo, off grid. That's right. Middlesex. Yeah. That's why I say it's a location, but our singer, he would get all kinds of things thrown at him about his sort of gender fluid, I guess. But they didn't have that word even. So yeah, he was like, I'm probably gonna start a band called Middlesex. Instead, he started Heavens to Megatroid. Instead of what do they say? Heavens to, I can't remember what the little dog says, but Heavens to Murgatroyd. Yeah, it's Megatroid, and he was Murgatroyd is what they say, and he was Megatroid or whatever. I don't know. Anyway, he's fucking cool, man. He's a good artist, He's a good musician. He got some success because in his Baltimore club group, he got Major Lazer. Major Lazer was on the same local Baltimore label and did one of the mixes of one of their songs. So that got him a big boost. Then they got another song placed in an MTV, a credit sequence after like a reality show. That's money, so that's all good. Yeah, Heavens to his band was Heavens to Megatroid. But no, it's a little Korean dog, like what do you call those cartoons? Hanna Barbera, and he says, "Heaven to Murgatroyd, heavens to Murgatroyd." Huh? They're so funny. I love those cartoons. I was a Heathcliff fan, pretty big. Do they have Rusty Cage on fucking Amazon Music? Play Requiem of the Crazies by Rusty Cage. They fucking do, don't they? Holy sheep shit. There we go, man. Here we go. Harley Poe, huh? Play music by Rusty Cage.
Shuffling songs by Rusty Cage.
Yep. Oh, hell yeah. What's the greatest kind of knot that you can tie with ease? It's useful and it's happy and it suits your every need. Well, I'm about to tell you, but first I have to note that you never should ever consider putting a rope around your throat. So let's learn how to tie a noose. It's practical for every use. All you need is a piece of rope and to never give a hope. You make a loop and the snake goes down, but changes its mind and turns around and climbs back up to the top again. Oh, I love making nooses. They're pretty cool. You ate poorly today. I'm all about my discipline, man. This is one of my favorite fucking songs in the world right here. Too much congestion. Some songs are happy and some songs are sad. Some songs are really well rehearsed and other songs are bad. Well, some songs are angry and some songs are sweet. Some songs are made to wake you up in the morning. Wait, what a little song. Anton, you got me. You messed me up, man.
Sorry.
In the garden, when you die, you're just dead. Go ahead. And heaven's just a fairy tale to put you to bed. Sometimes I think about the fact that I'm wrong. And then I close my eyes and just remember this song. I said there isn't any garden when you die, you're just dead. And heaven's just a fairy tale to put you to bed. There ain't nobody looking cause nobody cares. And in the end we end up all alone. I'd do it if I could. I'll start over. My son got me. I'll just do the chorus then. And if I was a believer, and Lord knows I've tried, and I could go to heaven on the day that I die. There isn't any garden when you die, you're just dead. And heaven's just a fairy tale to put you to bed. Sometimes I think about the chance that I'm wrong. And then I close my eyes and just remember this song. I said there isn't any garden when you die, you're just dead. And heaven's just a fairy tale to put you to bed. There ain't nobody watching us cause nobody cares. And in the end you end up all alone.